Hello, everyone. Welcome and greetings to everyone here on planet Earth, the Great Mother. When you've been out in nature, you can sense the great power that is inside of our mother planet, and this is the voice of natural intelligence. True Gnosticism in action, and the Gnostic Takeover right back. It's been a while, and that is why the video today is called What is Going On with the Gnostic Takeover, with a little bit of a picture in there thrown in for you. Do you really want the truth? Important question. As many of us are truth seekers, I'm only in it for the truth, to be totally honest. Why is that? As I've come to discover that there's many ways of deviating from the truth. Thinking that you're seeking for the truth. However, there's many ways of being trapped along the way. And I only do the truth because I know it's the only way we can ever manifest freedom. Whatever that is. So, I'm right back here. We've got the very amazing thing going on that the Gnostic Takeover has gone public. Me and Liz had our first event on Saturday, on the 1st of October, so that's a great way of starting the new octave. The octo. Not the octopus, but the October. Octo. What's octo? Otto. Giotto. Italiano. No, it means 8. The 8 of infinity. October. The 10, which is the second harmonic, the second octave of the 1. So there's a lot going on beyond the surface level of reality. I don't know how everyone's feeling these days. How is everyone doing right now in these times on planet Earth? We've got the 5th of October happening right now, 2022. So how is everyone? Just zoom. Feel into it. In the ever-present moment that is happening right now, again, we can change everything. It's only a choice. And as I said, the Gnostic Takeover went public. So that was a huge thing. I was challenged to the max. Liz was also. And it went really well. More to say on this. It went really well. Better than the last event that we had planned, where no one showed up. But you see, that's a great thing, because it can't get any worse. It was an event we had scheduled to do on the 8th of September. You know, when they announced the death of the Queen, the announcement, which I put into context. Alright, I think I just had a connection problem and I should be back right now. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I touched the screen and I'm running the internet over cable, which then interferes with the connection, so I was gone there just now. But I'm right back here, so reflecting on things. Yeah, the first event We did. One guy showed up, not even the dog. The dog didn't bother. It's like, oh, it's just the Gnostic Takeover. This loony guy, fucking nutty geezer, says he's taking the planet back and walking right into the Vatican. He can only be nuts, however, when he's nuts in a nutty world that's actually good, isn't it? Shouldn't we have visions like that? Walk right into the Vatican. Oh, it's a great building with jackasses in there that don't belong here. Yeah, it's a vision. I love it. I live for it. So no one showed up at the first event. What do? Oh, you decode it in the correct context. You see, the plant medicine that I keep talking about, okay, I've got it right here. You're entering ceremony with ayahuasca and datura. Plant medicine. Oh, everyone switch off. Oh, when plant medicine is dangerous. Yeah, for who? Ask yourself, for who? Plant medicine is dangerous. Absolutely changed my life. And the plant medicine that I combine together as ayahuasca and datura mainly wants us to change our thinking, to think in new terms, in new categories. Change and transform our thinking is everything. So, when the Gnostic Takeover tried to have its first event on the 8th of September, where the death of the Queen was announced, only one guy showed up, not even with his dog, and that is a good thing. Because there's also humor to this existence. Even if I talk a lot about shadow integration work and the healing that I'm going through, which is taking quite a long time, huh? Maybe I'm not as skilled as others with their healing, but with me, it's been ongoing. Especially since February. Jeez, we're heading into 8 months of healing where I have to take time off and can't do a video for 2.5 weeks. I'm in healing mode, and that healing, that inner work, is the only foundation and basis why I'm so fucking confident that the Gnostic Takeover is heading for great things. Because I've got the right attitude. And it ain't always like that. Go and ask Liz when you see her on our events. For everyone who's here in Austria, you can come to our events. You'll always be informed here on this channel. And go and ask Liz. I can, during my inner work, when my traumas come to the surface, I can squeak like a baby. Or like when I was still a little 4-year-old boy. Yeah. Can't be easy living with me, huh? Absolutely. Sometimes it's fucking difficult. And I make no bones about it. I'm not Mr. Guru sitting on the top of the mountain range who's always in balance and equilibrium with everything that exists. No, I'm not there. I'm honest. And it's the emotional work that's the most difficult work. And just to share further, so you see, I just love being totally honest with everyone. I don't care, you know. I care about love. I care about the children here on earth that deserve a proper future, proper amazing future. I care about the women of this world, the beauty that arises when a woman walks into a room with the feminine power fully active. I love that as a man. I love mankind. That's what I stand for. And I'm not someone who's a bullshitter. So things have been really difficult for the Gnostic Takeover. And that's just how it goes. It's been really difficult to receive donations, which is the reason why me and Liz have mainly been eating mushrooms these last 1.5 months, and we can only afford shopping once this month. We've already spent all our money, so that's what's going on here at the Gnostic Takeover. And you know what? Things are great. I love it, because there is nothing that can make me turn around and be a quitter. I have full trust in what I do is the right thing, and I have full trust that I will be supported along the way. Even when this last month there hasn't been hardly any support. Kudos to everyone who supports the Gnostic Takeover. Thank you to everyone who does and who has done. You're making all the difference here. I've also lost Patreon supporters. Doesn't matter. We move on. So instead of going on here and ranting about my situation, or even, shouting at my own listeners, I don't do that. Why is no one supporting me? I'm so poor. I'm such a poor what? A poor what? A poor victim. No, refuse to be inside the victim mentality. Refusal. Strong refusal. I'll cry my heart out, but not when the camera's on anymore. I've moved on from that. Go and watch the videos from February where I totally went crazy. Not doing that anymore. I'm doing the work, the shadow work, and I don't have to make that public and go crazy, because I've learned, you see, from people that I used to listen to, not doing that whatsoever anymore. That the reason I'm going to be speaking about this specific topic later in this video. However, I've seen Mark Passio, for example. If anyone knows Mark Passio, he's a great teacher of natural law. Give him that. He has a very good understanding of natural law principles, although he leaves out very important aspects of it, which I try and fill the gaps that Mark Passio, for example, leaves. However, I've seen him shout at his own listeners, shouting them, being really angry in front of camera and declaring the end of the world when people don't donate to him. And then people donated, and the next week he was all calm. He was like, "Oh, thank you, and now we can move on." That's not the way I want to treat my listeners. That's not the way I want to treat anyone. So therefore, I keep things calm, and you know what? I'm going to do it like the plant medicine. Reverse psychology. Do not support the Gnostic Takeover. Switch off right now, because it's a load of bullshit what I'm talking about. There's nothing powerful in Gnosticism. It's only the root word of gnosis, of knowledge. And there is no savior coming to save you in the outside, as this is a holographic experience of your own consciousness. To experience freedom, you have to realize that there is only the knowledge, the real knowledge that they, the Archon Vampire Emperor, do not want you to know at all. And with that knowledge applied, you, in your own virtual reality experience of natural reality and nature, you can free yourself. And the Gnostic Takeover is dedicated to serve as a example of how to live in freedom. That's why I share things when things are not going so well, because you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because everything can change in any moment. And I had to learn it the hard way, that I changed my attitude. I changed my fucking attitude. Because you know who's the problem when, and who is responsible when I have no income coming in. Not you, the listeners, no one out there is responsible for that. I take full responsibility. And I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to learn through this experience? And this is what life should truly be all about. What am I meant to learn in all of this? What is being revealed to me? Although I don't like it, what is being revealed to me? And then we hit the jackpot. It's a gold treasure that is infinite. And that's what I like to share with everyone here. Seeing things from a different angle, which is what true healing truly is all about. Being able to see things from a different angle, being able to see things from a different perspective, which is the only one thing that creates healing in our life and heals our life circumstances, is to change our perception. Changing perception changes your reality. So there's a lot I've said already for the introduction, gone off on a great stride, sharing with everyone. Good to have everyone here. And right, I want to head right into the slides. I've got a few slides prepared, and see where it goes. This is all about if we want to know the truth or not. Gnostic Takeover is always dedicated to the truth. And we'll see where it takes us today. So, again, I've already had this up. You are entering into ceremony with ayahuasca and datura, which is the plant medicine that has, as a medium, connected me to my natural intelligence through ceremonial practice with ayahuasca, and in the later days ayahuasca together with datura. It's the plant medicine. It is also the forces of ultimate power, natural intelligence, and it is the intelligence of the plant kingdom. This is a new information system that is bringing in the new paradigm into existence. That's what the Gnostic Takeover stands for, is bringing the new paradigm into existence. And when you look up the word paradigm, this has everything to do with worldview. Changing, shifting our worldview of what we have of the world, our perception of the world, and realizing that this world and our life experience and our perception, and to be able to see through different perceptions, is the great mystery of life, and we are here to discover these mysteries. There's a great power happening, and it's also happening here at the Gnostic Takeover, because it's been a very, very difficult time for me. However, I've come to realize that all of these things that were plaguing me were trying to tell me something, were trying to communicate to me what is being revealed to me. So there's great power with the truth, and there's a great power happening of the great cleansing that's taking place. So the Gnostic Takeover is going through a great cleansing, and unfortunately I have not been receiving the support, the financial support that that I had previously in a universe where Errol Kaya, for example, was part of the Gnostic Takeover. Things were flourishing back then, and now, as it's only me doing the Gnostic Takeover and preparing for the Gnostic Takeover to move onto the next level, which is the Gnostic Takeover University, that has been restricted, that financial support. However, that is also for a very specific reason, because this is why this question mark is in this video. Do you really want to know the truth? And how deep do you want to go? Because right here, we're heading for the real thing. And not just this is going to go beyond just watching videos. The Gnostic Takeover University is meant to be participated in, and to not only be a truth seeker by ways of research, reading books. However, there comes a time when the study of knowledge is not enough, where we have to apply this knowledge. And it's, for many of us, we have started somewhere, and right now I'm using this slide as a memory for everyone to remember that knowledge needs to be applied for the power of the life force to work through us. Not knowledge is power, only the use of knowledge is power. And there's going to be a great cleansing that's happening. And I'm asking everyone who's listening to this video here, are you going to be a part of the Gnostic Takeover University? It's happening. And I'm really looking forward to be sharing more details with you when that takes place, because everything is a work in progress and I'm doing my absolute best, juggling many things and many challenges that I have in my life in order to also keep this channel going and to move the Gnostic Takeover to the next level with the Gnostic Takeover University. And there will be a great cleansing. As I keep saying here, the Gnostic Takeover is not for entertainment. It is meant to live. No one is going to save you, is the great message of true awakening. You can only change your life yourself. Only you yourself. No one else is going to do that for you. No one. And when I talk about the forces of ultimate power, ayahuasca and datura, this is a field of consciousness that is open for you. When you watch the Gnostic Takeover and when you listen and you integrate the information input that I share here, you are connected to this information system that is a new information system outside of any or everything we've ever heard about in our life. That is the new paradigm. And although there's a lot of talk about the new paradigm, it is in the beginning phases of strongly coming forward now. What you will always get with me is integrity. Integrity. And this is a big word. Same as truth is a big word. Same as responsibility is a big word. Ooh, it goes very deep. But all I can say, I can fuck things up just as much as you can. As not am I only human, I am human, and I learn from mistakes. It's the primary way of true education and learning, is by learning from our mistakes. So what you'll always get with me when you watch a video, I, to the best of my capabilities, try to be as strong a channel for natural intelligence as I can be. Natural intelligence has nothing to do with how much you know. And you can be a whole library of books with all the facts in the world. You could also still have zero natural intelligence. Natural intelligence, which the Gnostic Takeover is dedicated to kindle the flame of, is greatly summarized by the philosopher Socrates that I've had on here. Oftentimes, education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. It's the kindling of a flame. For us to really live our life from our highest potential and to make a huge difference in this world on planet Earth here. We are being called by the Great Mother and the forces of ultimate power to make all the difference here and stop waiting for some savior that will come and save us. No freaking way. So what you'll always get with me is integrity. I'm happy to admit to mistakes. That's why I'm happy with any comment that comes here. Just share a comment. What's going on? What's going on over with you? You see, I don't even have a freaking clue who's watching these videos. I have no idea. No one's communicating, and that's not a criticism. I do what I do no matter what. I do my healing work every day. I break down, I cry, I break through. Transcend this whole control system, this freaking lunatic asylum, where everyone's, you know what, with muzzles. I don't take any of that bullshit. I'm for real. And that is what makes all the difference in the world. Not knowing all these great things. Oh, he's such an intellect. That won't change the world. Realness, the right attitude, dedication, discipline, and focus is what changes the whole world. All of reality, the entire fabric of reality, and the codes that this reality is embedded in and is informed by. All the codes shift and transform, and your whole life shifts and transforms, and it becomes a flow. That's what we're here to do. Everything else is distraction. So I have no clue who's watching this. Also, for people writing to me per email, excuse me that I can't write back at times because there's been so much effort to infiltrate the Gnostic Takeover that I don't get into energetic connection with people that I don't know. So I'm very careful in this moment, especially when the Gnostic Takeover University is being launched. Oh, I know that the enemies don't want that. Oh, the enemy of life, they hate it. They hate me. All they really hate is the truth. That's why I've been so attacked throughout, putting the Gnostic Takeover into life and giving it the air it needs to be broadcast here on this channel. So I'm happy to hear from whoever is watching this. Who are you? Where are you? What's going on? Because I'm certainly not being interviewed by anyone within the alternative media arena, which is also something I'm going to hit here in this video and talk about. We talk about everything here. So what you'll always get with me is integrity. It is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. In other words, not taking any bullshit. Strong moral principles is what protects you from this satanic cult that has been running the world into the abyss for the best part of 100 years. And I don't want to be a part of it continuing. I'm here to eliminate them and eliminate their stupid, idiotic control system. That's what integrity is. Being honest, having strong moral principles. And this is exactly what is going to ignite and precipitate the great cleansing. Why? Because not everyone has integrity, quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. And those people, they can leave the Gnostic Takeover. I don't care anymore. I had to learn from the plant medicine that it's all about quality instead of quantity. You know, there's one amazing woman out there. Her name's Sandra. She's part of the inner circle of the Gnostic Takeover initiation group that I started in, was it May? She has been supporting the Gnostic Takeover every single month. She's been the only reason why we can keep going like this, like we have been going. And shout out to Ona and Vrinda also, who are also part of the Gnostic Takeover initiation group, where we've formed a tiny little community of 5 people that have it's 5 people that have stayed out of 20 that started. Yeah, you see, not everyone wants the truth. Not everyone wants initiation. Oh yeah, let's get initiated and intellectual. No, initiation is something much deeper. Shout out to those people, and that's that small inner circle of great people that I'm connected with. And that's the message of the plant medicine, is quality instead of quantity. I don't give a fuck how many people listen to this. I don't care how many subscribers I have anymore. I am deprogramming myself of these false, idiotic, pathetic parameters that I have no power over and that I don't want any power. All these YouTube channels with millions of subscribers, well, they have millions or they have thousands because they don't share the fucking truth, which is the only thing that will get us out of this mess. Yes, truth. Respect the truth, and you give respect to the truth by admitting you don't know it. You're here to experience what the truth is. I'm a truth seeker. I know truth has everything to do with morality and being a moral being. However, nothing with spamming my live chat here. It's over. I don't want, this is, you see, no one's writing into the live chats, and I don't care. SLF, you see, this is ridiculous. Yeah, because all of these things that he shares here to block other people from writing. Who are the people here that are listening to the Gnostic Takeover? I want to know about you. I actually care about mankind. I care to know who's here. Quality instead of quantity. I want to know about the quality people who are here and who are not being suppressed by dark occult forces who are constantly trying to keep everything under control and under tabs. Well, you've got no control over this channel. You think you may have, but you don't. Why? Because you do not control me. I love the truth. And no moral being has to fear the truth. It is only the program that fears the truth. Truth is hidden in deep waters, and that has everything to do with emotions. That which we need the most is that which has most been neglected. It's emotional intelligence, not just the intellect. So what I will also have as a part next to what I'm going to be talking about in the Gnostic Takeover University is going to be about law. I found the gaps also within the law for mankind, which I will be sharing at the Gnostic Takeover University. I'm actually applying the law since last year. I've been writing notices and I will share everything that I know about it. And I'm also going to be speaking about controlled opposition. It's like in Fight Club, if anyone remembers Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. And you see, it's a massive topic, and I will be doing videos about this as it's important because they're keeping the awakening trapped. They're not talking about the juicy information. They're not real. I got to know them personally. Many other people in this so-called truth and freedom community, be it from Germany, from Austria, and the German-speaking countries, as well as internationally English-speaking pretenders of freedom and truth, pretenders, control opposition, trying to keep your mind occupied to not discover what the truth is, because that will lead you to your freedom. You see, everything changed in my life when I went public about, you can watch this interview by the way, declaring victory in spiritual warfare, the Gnostic Takeover on the event. Everything changed for me when I had the audacity, no, it's called integrity, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, sharing the truth of what was going on back then with the Gnostic Takeover. You can see me here, next to me, Errol Kaya. And at that time, I was living at someone else's place, someone who I didn't even know. I was basically homeless after the experience that I had doing ceremonial work in a place called Saint Corona during the Corona crisis, which was still massively happening here in Austria. You see, we never really had a stop of all of this. When everyone was lifting the measures in Austria, we had freaking lockdowns still last winter and autumn. And I went public about what was happening with the Gnostic Takeover, what was happening to me, what was going on in Saint Corona. And I went public and I said we took down the high priest of Satanism in Saint Corona. And you know what happened? Silence. It kills you. The truth kills the lie. And when you go public with information like this, you'll get kicked out from the group. You get kicked out from the group think. And you see, ever since I went public with this information, I've only had one interview since then with Mark Devlin, and that was it. Before that, they were all your friends. The Alphavetics, the Josh Del Sol, George Cavassilis, Mark Passio, who also has me on his One Great Work network, although I've told him 5 times he should take me off there. Not a single one of them is interested in interviewing me. And I know why. Because it is the truth that is the most censored thing in the entirety of this universe. Because it's the ultimate power. We have no idea how powerful the truth is. However, that's why I'm sharing all of this here. I have had this experience, and I can tell you, these people are not what they pretend they are. They're pretenders. Both of them here at the event. I know it. And they're keeping people in the bubble, and they're not giving the truth to the people. They're not real. That's why they're even a bigger problem than the freaking mainstream media is the alternative media, because at least with the mainstream media you freaking see what a lunatic circus it is. The alternative media is more of a challenge. I was right in the middle of it, therefore I can say I am a whistleblower. And that's what truth is. That's why I was put in there. That's why I made all these experiences in there, to say they're not what they claim they are. And there'll be massive more information on there, on the perception deception that is the alternative media arena, because I am a whistleblower of the alternative media arena. As soon as you are real, and I came out of freaking nowhere, I dropped my studies when I was 27. Why? Because I cannot traumatize children. I was becoming a teacher at the time. I dropped my studies. I dropped everything. I should be no one. However, 13 years of hard work, putting together this information, I write every single day. I sit down here and do work to find out what the truth is, so we can be in freedom. You come out of nowhere like I have, and you get excluded from this club that's like a cult. It's like a cult. That's why I'm blowing the whistle on it, and I don't care what anyone thinks of me. I have the integrity to stand in the truth, be excluded from the group, and say it takes nothing to join the crowd. It takes everything to stand alone. And I will do it every single day of my life, because I don't want to be a club. I don't want to be a part of a fake club with fake people that censor the truth. It's a sickness, and it needs to be spoken about, otherwise it will not get eliminated. That's why I'm speaking about it. And again, I don't care who likes it or not. Please leave the Gnostic Takeover if it is too much for you. This is my channel, my platform, and I will share the truth any time of the day, if anyone likes it or not. That is power and the great cleansing. I only want quality. I don't care about the quantity. That's the great illusion. Let them have all the quantity. The Russell Brands with the millions of subscribers. The Gnostic Takeover gets the fuck on with the situation how it is. So yeah, as I said, I'm a whistleblower of the alternative media arena. I was right in the middle of it to discover what a great deception it is. And then people ask, why is nothing ever changing? Yeah. Well, where is Q? Where is the Q? Or is it only the 17th letter of the alphabet? Huh? Where are the arrests of the military-industrial complex? Who's coming to save you if it's not Trump? Is it Putin? I mean, I don't even have a freaking clue what people are talking about in the alternative media arena. You know why? Because I stopped freaking watching them a year ago. Because I am the news. That's what makes all the difference. I don't watch the news and get a fix on reality. Oh, you see, this is what's going on. You have no clue what's going on in the Ukraine. No, you don't. You have no clue. It's not part of your life if you're not in the Ukraine. Why are you even wasting your time knowing that it's a freaking war orchestrated for profit and gain so they can use the freaking military equipment that they produce and set up their whole pedo-satanic military industrial complex? Why are you wasting your time? Why are you not creating reality like I'm doing? That would make a whole lot of difference if more people were focused on the direction of their reality. Talk about the law of manifestation as I talk here at the Gnostic Takeover, and the challenges you face through shadow work, honest shadow integration work, where we're not all enlightened and we're the alternative media and we're gonna help all of you when they're the freaking ones who need the help. I have experienced them. They're the ones who need psychological help. Offering it to other people and, oh, we can coach you. No. You have the problem, not the other people. It's about honesty. And even if I sometimes go on a rant and lose myself, again, it's honesty. You know, I've been so pissed off with these people, what they've done to me, and just dropping me like if I was a hot coal. It made me sick, but at the same time, I'm happy it happened because I don't want nothing to do with dishonesty and losers. Because those people are losers because they do not serve the truth. That's why they are losers, no matter how many subscribers they are and how good they look in front of camera. Freaking ball of illusion. So why is nothing ever changing? Because the bubble is massive. The bubble of perception control on our planet is massive. Why is no one talking about the forces of ultimate power that strike like lightning? Why is no one talking about that you can connect to the omnipotent source of all creation that created this reality? Those forces of ultimate power that can serve you and serve the entire planet, its ecosphere, and its people, mankind, and the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. It can serve you, you can serve it in symbiosis together. Forces of ultimate power. And all the alternative media arena is focusing on is the agenda of the dark occult. Yeah, because that's their god, is the dark occult priest class. It's a religion and it's much bigger, more widespread and massive than people can ever imagine. The only reason I can see through the deception of the alternative media arena is because I took plant medicine. Otherwise, plant medicine is what changes your perception, gives you new information outside of the bubble, and then you have to make the choice if you go with it or if you silence yourself. The bubble of perception control on this planet is massive. The mind control goes to such deep levels people have no idea about it. However, that's a good thing to know because we're here to discover it. We're here to discover the truth and have the humility to admit that we're here to find out what the truth is. You don't know the truth if you know 9/11 was an inside job or that COVID's a scam. That's not the truth. That may be true. That is true information. But the truth has more to do with the inside of you than anything outside of you. That's what the truth is. That's why they have a grip hold on esoteric information. This is why they don't want esoteric information circulating around, which is the reason why I'm a whistleblower, exposing the alternative media arena. Because they keep people in a bubble and they don't want anyone to know about true esoteric information, which would be the truth and lead us into the inner journey of our very existence. Transform our perception, which then would transform reality, which would be the end of the dark occult. Grip on our mind. That's the only basis and foundation of the evil Archon vampire empire, is its grip on our mind. So let's bust that bubble. Not only is truth, okay, we had truth here, hidden in deep waters, but trust. Oh, the core issue. Why most people stay in their comfort zone. It's why many people took the gene therapy, because of a lack of trust. Oh, I don't want to lose my job. For security, they sacrifice themselves. And it's happening on all levels. You see, truth, responsibility, sovereignty, and trust are deep words. They keep getting used by many, many people. However, there's deepness to these words. It goes very, very deep. And that's why all of this is a journey. And the Gnostic Takeover is here to help guide. That's what true Gnosticism is here for, is for the spiritual guidance of mankind, admitting that I'm nowhere near perfect. But by being honest, again, by being honest, I have the quality of being honest, and having strong moral principles, I have integrity. That's all you need. There you go. Nothing else. Integrity. And these idiots in the alternative media arena, they try to intimidate everyone with their great intellect. No, you are great listening here. Even if you have 0 followers. I had 0 followers at one day. And I only go by quality instead of quantity. And that is going to make all the difference. We need to trust along this path, same as I have to trust that things will work for me again. I wasn't even able, to be totally honest, I wasn't even able to pay my rent this month. Had to go through the trouble of telling that to the guy we rent from. So what? Things will improve. Why? Because I have the right mentality, I have the right attitude, and I serve the truth. That's why I will be taken care of. When I'm serving the truth, I can trust that I'm on the right path. And we don't have to have everything figured out. This is the old thinking. This is the old paradigm that's dying. That's the bubble that's bursting. Oh, we need to have everything figured out for the next 100 years because we're so insecure and we need that security. That's old. I want to be free. I don't want to know what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's find out. It's going to be great because I don't have to fear the truth. It's only the losers, the fearmongers, and the program that this dark occult installed into us, the foreign installation, as Carlos Castaneda called it. That's the only thing that fears. We as moral beings don't have to fear the truth, and therefore we can trust. It's the metaphor of Plato's cave. That's what it is. That's what's going on. And the entire alternative media arena that I am blowing the whistle on for the fakeness that it is, keeping people distracted. Well, I guess you can see what part of the picture is meant in the allegory of the cave of Plato. It's right down here. Consuming information, consuming the news, or what's the news when the Gnostic Takeover says, I am the news. The Gnostic Takeover is all about getting the fuck up. Alright, I don't watch the news. That's why the Gnostic Takeover gets kicked out from the groupthink. That's why I got kicked out. You would have thought, when you go public with taking down the high priest of Satanism, geez, this guy's claiming he had ceremony with a high priest of Satanism in St. Corona, and he talks about taking the planet back. Wouldn't you think that would be of anyone's interest? No! Because they keep people distracted. They don't want the end of this. They make a living being the drama queen that they are and creating one freaking conference or event after another. Oh, and instead of the price of so-and-so, you can buy the package of so-and-so. So I get the money. Their God is money. They're not honest. And the entire alternative media arena is set up to never talk about the way out of the control system and leaving the cave, the cage of illusion. That's the single one thing they do not want to talk about, which is the reason I talk about it and which is the reason I'm grateful of not being a part of their fake club. I don't need to be a part of Fight Club. I'm part of Love Club. I'm part of the Integrity Club. That might be very few people right now, but it will grow because it's anchored in the truth. Getting out of this prison, that's freedom. Everything else is compromising with evil and lets evil continue to exist. That's why many of the alternative media, they talk about parallel societies and going off grid, letting the psychopaths continue to rape and murder children in the dungeons. And rape and murder and pillage one country after another and bomb the shit crapless in the Middle East, Far East, Ukraine, and coming to your country soon too, if we continue being distracted. It's a massive damage that is being caused by the lunatic asylum of the alternative media. Again, I'll have it up. I'll have it up there again. Taking down High Priest of Satanism in St. Corona. Think about that headline. And what happens? Silence to expose the fake personalities in the alternative media arena. And I'm coming for all of them, because it's actually the truth catching up with them, which will catch up with everyone because it's also catching up with me. However, I have the integrity to let the light of the truth shine in, because I know it won't kill me, because I'm not a freaking vampire. Let the vampires starve to death, because we don't need you here on planet Earth, suckers. Parasites. Ain't possible in sovereignty. The great deception of entertainment. Go and look up the etymology of entertainment. Well, what is entering the tainted into the meant? Enter the tainted, the poison, into your mind. That's what it's called. Perfectly appropriate description of what is going on. The great deception of entertainment. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. Now they're doing this, now they're doing that. Oh, you have to be so afraid. I'm creating reality. I don't care what you show me. This is what Gnosticism is all about. Gnosticism is about transcending control. That's its right place. Gnosticism is all about transcending control and escaping the prison altogether. Leave all of it behind. We don't need it. We don't need psychopaths. We don't need pedophiles, Satanists. We don't need that anymore on our earth. You leave. We're not going anywhere. We are the power. We are the life force. We are your sustenance, and I choose to not give you power any longer. That is what true Gnosticism is rooted in. Transcending control, transcending the control system, transcending the entire old paradigm, leave it all behind. Entering into the new paradigm. That is all the transformation of perception that will be the core aspect of the Gnostic Takeover University. This will all be happening, going deeper, and it will be weekly, a fixed time where people can also join in, reflect on the information that is shared, and grow together. However, before that, there's going to be a great cleansing. I don't want any pretenders in there. If you want the truth, if you really want to move forward and live life in freedom, well, go ahead. Nothing's stopping you. It's only and will only ever be about freedom. Single one thing the alternative media arena doesn't talk about, because they make a living from not talking about the truth, getting out of the cave of control and enslavement and having jackasses tell you what to do. It's my life, it's your life. Don't tell me what to do. No one tells me what to do. That's what we're here to discover. And that freedom, that's an appropriate picture of freedom, where you've gone through the pain, where you've gone through all the difficulties, like I have, still have. Don't know where my next cent is coming. Went shopping 2 days ago. No clue how my life is going to continue, and I love it for it. I'm happy with what I have. Inverse psychology. Do not support the Gnostic Takeover. Never support the Gnostic Takeover. Do not donate. No way, no. It's dedicated toward freedom for all of mankind. Leave it. Leave the Gnostic Takeover now. It's not for you. Leave. It's very dangerous, but go and ask the question to whom it is dangerous. To fake pretenders, control freaks, psychopaths, megalomaniacs. That's what it's a danger for. Is for freedom, which is the end of all control and is the end of all fear. Who is with me? Or am I the only one thinking like this? Go and drop a comment. And if you're brave enough and really want to face the danger, go ahead and make a donation, become a Patreon supporter. But beware. I wouldn't suggest that you support the Gnostic Takeover. No, do not support the Gnostic Takeover. However, if you truly believe, if you truly trust in freedom, go ahead and make the bold move and support where support is needed. Thank you everyone for listening. I was just being me. That's what you'll always get. It will always be here. There is no one who can stop the Gnostic Takeover because I don't stop it ever. Even if I go through difficult times, you might not hear from me for 2 weeks. I'll be in the forest chopping wood. That's what I'm doing right now, preparing for the winter, collecting mushrooms. And maybe it's good to have a little bit of a diet. No matter what, the truth never dies. Which is why I have all the confidence, because I am anchored and aligned with the truth, and therefore a force to be reckoned with. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you to everyone who has and made the crazy, bold move of supporting the Gnostic Takeover. You are all my heroes. I really love you deeply from the heart. So till next time, everyone, take very good care. All the love from me to all of you out there. Let's get to know each other. It's a new dawn, it's a new start, and life is beautiful, and we're here to rediscover that it is so.